Hi everybody, Tony and Sarah Zalecki. Hi replayers. Guys, if you are somebody that has hit a plateau in your business, if you are somebody that is feeling frustrated, maybe a little bit down, maybe even, I don't even know if I want to say the word depressed, but if that is you, you are going to want to watch this live. This from the beginning to end. We are actually going to walk you guys through really what we do to work through those and understand, you know, we're no different than you. You know what I mean? We're no different than you when it comes to building a business. We're no different from you with the feelings and the emotions that you go through as you're building a business. But we might be a little bit different how we handle that, you know, as we go through that. And so I want to encourage you guys to share this out for those of you that have team pages, etc. This will definitely be a live that will encourage and inspire people as they go through, you know, plateaus. And you know, I think it's important before we kind of walk through our strategy is to help you guys understand that plateaus are normal. I think a lot of times, you know, I remember early on in our career and even sometimes now, I mean, we go through plateaus and we forget that everybody else in the business also goes through that.
That's right.
And we forget it. We know, because let's face it, guys, as humans, we are, you know, like naturally selfish, right? That's just how we are. So we're not thinking about what everybody else has gone through. We're thinking about, oh my God, we're going through this and no one else is going through this. When the reality is guess how many people are going through that plateau? A lot, right? And so it's how we act, not react, when we hit that plateau. And I just want you guys to know, like, as a business grows, you're going to go through the ebbs and the flows. A lot of times I talk to people and they're like, oh my God, my business was super high and now it's not. And I'm like, well, welcome to being an entrepreneur, right? Like, that's normal. That's what happens. And every other business that's out there, not just direct sales, not just network marketing, but in everything. So I think it's important, guys, for all of us to kind of take a deep breath if we are going through this right now.
It's going to be okay.
Know that it's going to be okay. And know that it happens to all of us.
Yeah,
you know?
So the emotional part is you get mad, you get frustrated.
Totally.
And sometimes you're just, if you have a partner in the business, you kind of go, what's going on? Why is this happening?
Yeah, we notice that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we are all of a sudden, we're feeling like, I can tell when we've hit a plateau because, like, the little petty things totally get up under us, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're like
nitpicking,
ornery, even maybe short with our kids. Like, you know, just we can feel it, right? It's kind of like that whole, it's frustrating. It's not going the way we want it to go, right? Or we thought it was like it was growing and then it stalled out and we get frustrated, right?
Yeah,
and we get mad.
And what you want to do is you want to start blaming people. So sometimes you'll blame your company. You know, sometimes you'll blame the person you're working with. You blame your team. You know, you want to blame everybody else but you. And you're like, oh, it's because of this. The video isn't good enough that we're using. It needs to be better. You know, the incentive guy has to be better. The company needs to do this. You know, babe, you need to work harder and recruit more people. You're just not recruiting enough people. And you're just like this. Everybody else.
Yeah. And guys, that's not hard to do. I mean, because when you hit a plateau, you're just like reaching. You're trying to grab. You're reaching for straws, right? You're. What happens is after you go through when you're in that stage of being frustrated, angry, all that, right? When you're in that stage, you're looking for, well, why am I stuck? Right? Or why am I hit a plateau, I should say, right? It's a little bit different than being stuck. Like, why am I hit a plateau? And so you're grasping and you're looking for all these reasons. And let me tell you, there's a million reasons why you could say something's not working. I mean, like Tony said, it is easy to talk about and blame everything. And we do it. Tony and I, we are guilty of this. We have done this year. We're the first to say, hey, like, we've done that. But I think that it's important, guys, for us to realize kind of like the phases that you're going to go through in the plateau, but also too, how do you push through like on the other end, right? So I want to encourage you guys, if, you know, first of all, you know, sit down. Number one, I'm going to tell you the first thing that I would encourage you to do. This is what I do. Okay. This is what Tony does. When we are feeling that we hit a plateau, we stop everything. We stop everything that we're doing and we literally stop and we take a breath and we choose to be grateful. And we look at what has happened with our existing team, or what has transpired, or the sales that they've done, or the people that have ranked up, or whatever it is, right? I stop and I go, how can I be grateful right now? Like, Sarah, don't be selfish. Don't be angry that you're at a plateau. How can you be grateful right now? And I just take a freaking breath. Like, I just take a breath. I take a pause, right? For me personally, I know that's what I do. I know Tony does the same thing because we're one and the same. We take a pause together, actually. But we do the gratitude thing. That's super important, guys, especially when you're frustrated with the plateau, okay?
Yeah, because you can hit a plateau. Like, I love the gratitude piece because some people don't have a check yet, or some people are making $500 or a couple thousand or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in this business. And you just got to stop and go, I am grateful for my team. I am grateful for my current check. I am grateful for the company I'm with. I am grateful that I get to do this and do it with fun and passion and excitement. And I'm just blessed. Like, you've got to start there because it isn't that bad when you look at it and you look at other people looking in at your business, at your life, at your growth, and they love it, or they're, excited to see you do it, or they're just like, holy cow, you're making it, like, you're doing it, like, you're paving the way, and you've got to take that in and just go, thank you.
Right, exactly. And I think, too, guys, it's so important for us to realize, like, a lot of us, we might be, a lot of us, if we really looked at, like, how much better our life is, even if we're at that plateau, right? And if we took a breath and took inventory and went, wow, like, look at how much better things are. I think it's so important. Also, too, guys, I really believe in, and for those of you that read the Bible, I'm not going to get all religious on you, but I will tell you, is that in the Bible, God talks about, he's like, listen, if you can't be grateful for the little things that I give you in your life, if you can't be responsible for the little things in your life, how in the world am I ever going to give you more? How am I going to give you more that you know that you can handle, you can be ready for? So sometimes when you're at a plateau, okay, don't get angry, don't get frustrated, don't blame your team, don't say this company sucks, don't say whatever, right? You got to take a breath and go, you know what? There might be something that I need to learn, or an experience that I have to go through to get me ready for that next level. Right? There's something you got to tweak. There's an experience you got to go through. There's just something, right? Not what's not working, but what have I not experienced yet to prepare me for that next level? Okay? Someone needs to hear that right now. Like, you are being prepared. So instead of looking at the opposite way, go, oh my gosh, like, I'm being groomed for the next thing. Right? I want to make, because there's nothing worse than getting to the next level and not being prepared and not knowing how to handle it. Right? Not knowing how to handle it. We want you guys to get to the next level and go, I know how to handle this now, right? So number one, guys, stop, be grateful, take your pause, right? Number two, go serve somewhere, okay? I don't care what it is. Go next door and mow your neighbor's lawn. Like, offer to babysit your neighbor's kid for an hour. Help somebody with groceries at the grocery store when you're there. Like, I don't care.
Go give back.
Right? Go give back is such a big thing for us. We take a breath, a pause a lot of times when we're frustrated and we're like, dude, this is our this is kind of like a tap on the shoulder. We got to go give. Like, so what are we going to go do right now? Like, we got to do something.
And your dream starting today needs to be a whole lot bigger. And here's what it needs to include. Serving and helping way more people.
Right.
Like, you have to have that servant heart, because once you serve, once you're giving value, once you're helping, once you're doing whatever it is to make another human being's life better and more fulfilled, where they can say thank you to you, like, that is it. And you'll get off the whole, I'm mad at the whole world, my life sucks, real quick.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, that attitude, you ain't going to get nobody new in your business with that attitude. Like, people can smell that a mile away, and they're going to be like, dude, I don't know if I want anything to do with that, right? So that will lead into number three.
Yeah, which is, shift your thinking. Here's the thing I learned from day one in this business. What you focus on expand.
Exactly.
Here's what you got to know when you hit a plateau. It's a phase.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a phase. It's okay. It will pass, I promise you. But you have great things coming your way. You have great things that are going to happen in your business. You have people that are going to show up that are going to just shake your business and move it in the right direction. Like your story is going to get that much better, that much stronger.
Exactly. So we talk about it. This is a phase. This is temporary, right? Yeah. Like great things are coming our way. We talk about that all the time. Great people are coming into our life. You know what I mean? Like we literally, that is our self-talk all the time, especially when we hit a plateau. We stop and we're like, we have to laugh. We take a step back and we're like, are we making this more of a big deal than it really needs to be? Like, we have to understand, a lot of people go through this, right? It's temporary. It's a phase. It ain't going to be here forever. So, like, we got to get over it, right? So, hey, thank you for your share, by the way. I saw a bunch of shares.
Thank you.
So, number 4
is my favorite.
Yes.
It's a burst of new activity. It's a burst of new energy, right? It's a burst of new excitement. And it's really going out there and doing something again that you already did. And you were so good at it early on, you got to do it again.
So number 4 is, change is with you.
Yeah, change in with you.
Right,
so here's the thing I'll tell you about a burst of new activity, energy, and excitement. So if you're typically talking to a couple people a week, you need to talk to 10 to 20 people a week, right? If you're typically doing 1 meeting a month, well, you need to do 1 meeting a week. If you're typically doing a couple Facebook Lives, a month, trying a couple Facebook Lives a week. If you're, posting, sporadically, start posting regularly and have some consistency behind that, because that new activity, that new excitement, that new energy is what's going to attract, and it's what's going to get you breaking out of your plateau.
Right. So that's why it's so important, guys, to do those 3 things right before you're doing that burst of new energy. Because again, if you're coming into this with bad energy, if you're coming in with a bad attitude, right, that burst of energy is going to mean nothing, right? It's going to mean nothing. So, it's so important. Like Tony and I, we always go back and we're like, okay, so we hit a plateau. Like, let's look at what we're doing, right? So number 1, when was the last time that we brought in a brand new person? Straight up, like we tell ourselves that. It's great, our team, like it's not our team's fault. It's for us, it's always like, how are we leading from the front? When did we bring a brand new person in? Was it this week? Was it last week? Was it, oh wow, we haven't brought somebody in a couple months? Okay, well, that's the first clue that we gotta get hustling it as a leader, right? We gotta be leading from the front consistently, because that's the only way that it's ever gonna motivate our team. Like, you can't do enough motivational talks, enough things. You can't do any of that stuff to motivate your people. They're going to be inspired by you. You want your team to be saying, I'm inspired because I see that you're always leading by example. You're always leading from the front. You're consistently bringing new people on. You're consistently creating new personal stories, right? So I tell people, look at your existing team and not be, for us personally, Tony and I we go, okay, how are we, what's the new personal story that we're creating? Not in our team, but us personally, right? Where we make sure that we don't fall into management mode, because a lot of times what you'll find, and this is what has happened to us, is our teams will plateau because
we plateaued.
Before
they plateaued.
Exactly. So you can look at, oh my gosh, all this stuff is happening, when the reality is, it's like, oh my gosh, here's my mirror, it's me. When was the last time I brought somebody in? Or Tony said, how many people am I talking to? How many 3-way calls have I done? How many follow-ups have I done? How many do whatever I need to do to get the business in front of people am I doing every week?
Yep.
Right? So I think for us guys, it's that burst that you need to do where, you can't tell people, if a pig is in mud and he needs to get out of mud, he's not just gonna crawl out of the mud, right? You're gonna have to burst out of that mud, right? You gotta explode out of that mud to get out, right? To get out of that plateau. And so I want to encourage you guys to really be focusing on those things, because I promise you, for us personally, when we have focused on the new burst, when we have focused on bringing in the new people, when we have focused on, doing what we need to do, but also creating the personal stories, that's when our plateaus change, because everyone in our team around us, they look at us and they go, okay, that's what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we need to be doing every day together.
So it's part of the deal.
Yep.
Embrace plateaus.
Yep.
Don't run away from them. Run towards them. And get better with these 4 things, and your business will never be the same.
Yep, exactly. So we love you guys. Thank you for the shares. Hopefully you guys got some great content. If you guys feel like you're still stuck and you've got some questions, feel free to private message us. We'd love to give you guys a little bit more insider stuff on what we do and what we've done, to consistently keep pushing out of the plateau, because realize you're going to hit another plateau, right? Getting you ready for the next level. So don't flinch when that next plateau happens. Just go, hey, I knew this was going to happen. I'm getting prepared to go to that next level. So we love you guys. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.